The usual sea of red here in this venerable stadium has been turned white as we are high above snowy Arrowhead Stadium in KC. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Jakeem Grant now to return. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. They go play action here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And he will have a Steelers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
And the Steelers first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Pickett escaping, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Mahomes throw into the hands here of Hardman. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
4 down. I got 15.
Now Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball. but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Second down, another shot for Jones. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Ronald Jones with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is Jakeem Grant. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now it's Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
And he'll just get rid of it.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 4th down, the rookie Presley Harvin on to punt for the Steelers, standing just about on his own goal line. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
2nd and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Wide open receiver complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into...
And in for the Steelers touchdown. Chase Claypool, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good.
The game at 7. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Working from the gun, Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. Now a leaping catch, he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They go play fake. Mahomes. He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 21.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Flush to his right. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
At the 14-yard line.
On the give, this is Harris. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Oh, that's a very good run there by Najee Harris, who can take it inside. He can get to the perimeter. He can do it all with his build and his speed. This is a guy coming out of Alabama who did everything for the Crimson Tide. That's why Pittsburgh took him in the first round. Last in the league in rushing as a team last year were the Steelers. They're expecting Harris to kickstart their running game.
And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And his throw is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Rolling to his right.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire is a do-it-all back, and he did plenty on that run. And as a rookie, 803 yards rushing for the season in Kansas City may look to up his workload a little bit in year 2. The last pick of the 1st round in 2020, he more than justified that selection with his ability to run the football and catch it out of the backfield.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing now is Mahomes. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. Working with his 2nd and 4. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. The key to any screenplay is all in the deception. And that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to it and hold it for just a short gain.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Look at this, a tight end carry. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Noah Gray, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Here comes Grant on the return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Trubisky's throw complete to Freiermuth. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now Trubisky on first down. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 21-7. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Mahomes firing complete and taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
On second down, it's Jones. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Cameron Hayward make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear him. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And his throw here's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Here's Johnson with a reception. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. Football 101, you've got to let the guy catch the ball.
You have to know the ball is there. You have to know it's arrived. Otherwise, you're going to get flagged every time.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That's double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin them inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Throwing here, Trubisky. And that's incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's out right at the 25. 42 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield, guy who can take him the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
To throw again on second down. Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And that was one I kind of saw coming, Charge. He had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. Touchdown! Clyde Edwards-Helaire. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Butker now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The return man is Grant. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Here we go, here we go. 54's Mike, 54's Mike.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Complete. It's Johnson. And he's brought down. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Again, it's Johnson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Back-to-back gains of 17, and they are really on the march now. It's a first down.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Here's Trubisky. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's second and 10. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got Sternberger. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Harris. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. That's swung out wide to Harris. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. Najee Harris with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Steelers 14. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Set to return it. Here's Moore. And able to get this out to the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball in offense without timeouts than to stop.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
They go play action. Trubisky. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off near the 29. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
53 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ballgame. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. This is Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And they take a knee. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Here's the Chiefs punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot. But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Kansas City, that's now 5 wins on the campaign as they get the job done here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they fall under 500 now as they drop to 7-8. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.